All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into the world of SEO, but we're looking at it through the eyes of a Malaysian agency that's really shaking things up. If you're a business owner who is just sick and tired of confusing reports and not seeing real results, well, you're going to want to stick around for this.
So let's kick things off with this quote because it gets right to the heart of a massive problem. Ranking without revenue is a waste of budget. This idea from MackyClyde SEO's website just nails a huge frustration, doesn't it? So many businesses pour money into getting to the top of Google, but what does that number one spot actually get you in the bank?
And that brings us to the most critical question you should be asking your marketing team. Are they showing you charts about where you rank for some random keyword? Or are they showing you how many real qualified leads and how much actual cash came from all their work? Because honestly, the difference is everything. Okay, so let's break down this first big idea. We're going to explore why those super impressive-looking traffic charts that your agency sends over every month often mean absolutely nothing for your bottom line. And this is really the core of the issue, right? It is so easy for an agency to send you a report with a line that goes up and to the right. Look, traffic is up, impressions are climbing. But the numbers they conveniently leave out are the ones that actually pay the bills. How many of those visitors picked up the phone, filled out a form, or actually bought something? Without that, it's all just digital noise. Okay, so that's the old way. Now, let's flip the script and look at a totally different way of thinking about this. Instead of just grabbing a list of keywords and hoping for the best, this approach starts with the real question. What's your revenue target? And then it works backward from there. And wow, this table just lays it all out perfectly. On the left, you've got the old school way. Static PDF reports you can barely understand, obsessed with keyword positions. But on the right, that's the revenue-first model. Instead of a confusing report, you get a live dashboard showing you exactly how many leads are coming in. Instead of just picking popular keywords, the whole campaign kicks off by figuring out your business goals. This isn't just a small tweak, it's a completely different philosophy. So you're probably wondering, okay, that sounds great, but how do they actually do it? Well, the secret sauce, it turns out, lies in a methodology that treats SEO less like a marketing guessing game and a whole lot more like an engineering problem that needs to be solved. I absolutely love this quote from the founder, Nnabuike Precious. It's such a game-changing idea. Instead of just looking at what other people are doing and trying to copy them, his approach is to go straight to the source, Google's own technical patents. You know, the documents that describe in nerdy detail how their search engine is actually built. It's like, why guess how a car works when you can just read the engineer's original blueprints? And here's how that thinking turns into a step-by-step process. And check this out. Step 1 is huge. They fix the technical foundation first. So many SEO campaigns fail because they're building a beautiful house on a shaky foundation, a website that Google can't even read properly. They fix that stuff before anything else. Then, and only then, do they build content that actually answers user questions, use smart data to prove they're an authority, and build real trust, not by buying sketchy links. All right, so the philosophy is smart. The methodology is sound. But does it actually work? Let's get into the proof, because at the end of the day, for any business owner, results are the only thing that really matters. And wow, the numbers do not lie. We're talking an average traffic growth of over 5 times across more than 75 different campaigns. That's not just a lucky break, that's a consistent pattern of success. Okay, let's zoom in on a real-world example. A brand you might recognize right here in Malaysia, Trevo, the car-sharing platform. They had a really common problem, a technically weak website that was holding them back in a super competitive market. And just look at these results. In only 5 months, boom, organic traffic shot up by 143%. But here's the real kicker. Conversions, the actions that actually make money, went up by 3.5 times. And get this. They did it all without playing any of those risky backlink games. It just proves how powerful getting that foundation right is. And it's one thing to see these numbers on a chart, but it's another thing entirely to hear it straight from the clients. The CEO of Shiro Malaysia said they were actually surprised at how many conversions they got, and that it was way better than their paid ad campaigns. That just screams a better return on investment. So when you're consistently delivering results like that, people start to take notice. It's really no surprise they picked up this award for Best SEO Agency in Malaysia. That kind of third-party recognition is just a huge signal of trust and credibility. Okay, so that's the present. But what about the future? Because let's be real, the world of search is getting turned completely upside down by AI.
A strategy that killed it yesterday could be totally useless tomorrow. This is where you have to be thinking ahead.
So let me introduce you to a new acronym you need to know. GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. Think about it. More and more, we're all asking questions to things like ChatGPT or getting AI summaries from Google, right? The game is no longer just about being in a list of 10 blue links. It's about being the trusted source that the AI actually quotes in its answer. And this right here, this is the new #1 ranking. Forget being the top blue link on a page. The real win moving forward is when an AI like Google's AI Overviews uses information from your website to answer a question. That is a direct, powerful endorsement, and it's where your future customers are going to find you.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. Shifting your focus from vanity rankings to actual revenue, that's step 1. Building it all on a rock-solid technical foundation, that's step 2. But getting your business ready for this new AI-driven world of search, well, that's the whole ballgame. So the real question is your strategy built for the future, or is it already stuck in the past?